Hello and welcome to moinframe. My name is Justus and today we take a sneak peek at the new Kirby Major update version 6. Kirby 6 Alpha 2 just released, so let's talk about what's coming in the new Kirby Major version later this year. Before we jump in, a quick reminder, this is an alpha, it's an early preview and you should not use it in production. But it's a great look at where Kirby is headed, and the final release is planned for the second half of 2026, so not that long in the future. Kirby 6 will be a free upgrade for all existing Kirby 4 and 5 license holders, so if you own a license, you're good. Alright, let's get into it. So first let's look at the live editor. It builds on the preview mode we already know, but now you can edit your content and see the live preview side by side. And it's not just a static preview, it syncs. So if I edit a paragraph here, it will also show up in the preview. You can even open up the preview in a second browser window and it will still stay in sync. So you can pop that on a second monitor and edit the way you want. There's also viewport width controls up here, so you can change how the preview would look on a mobile phone, a tablet, or the desktop. And those sizes can be defined in the config. Here is the new panel preview sizes option. We can define the icon that is displayed and the width of the view. So let's say we want to make this one a bit larger and reload. We can see, okay, now it's taking up the full width of the viewport. Nice. Another thing that is really cool is that you can navigate on both ends. So if I change here to the photography page, my panel will also show me the corresponding backend for it. So I can go to trees and see my front end of trees and then edit the headline in here. And it will sync and I will always know where I am in the panel. Okay, next up are blueprints. If you've worked with Kirby blueprints before, you know they can get nested, like deeply nested, tabs, columns, sections, fields. It's a lot. I really like writing the panel UI in abstraction like YAML, but I can see that gets tricky for new developers or developers new to Kirby. And Kirby 6 makes that easier. You can now define all your fields at the root level of your blueprint and then just reference them by name inside your layout. So instead of defining each field inline inside columns and sections, you can define them once at the top and then just say put subheading, cover, and text in the left column and date, author, and tags in the right column. So let's have a look. We are here in the blueprint. And you can see here are our columns and the defined fields, for example, text with a block field. And I can remove it here and just say text should appear here. And right on top on the file, on the root, maybe, yeah, let's do it beneath status. I could add my fields. So fields. Add in the text and my definition for this. We can also add in the label and save it. And in the panel, we see there is our new label and the field is rendered as normal. So now I can move all those fields in the root definition. Fields cover, date, and author. Oh, and tags is also there. So let's say fields cover, date, author, and tags. And let's go up here to our root definition, paste in our fields and also tags. Let's write another label, see that it worked. And go back to the panel and reload. And we can see the panel view stays the same. The editor is here. The label is renamed, so that does work. And we have a structured and easier to read blueprint. The next feature are template stacks. This one really solves a common problem. Ever had a snippet or a block that needs to load its own CSS or JavaScript file? Normally you would put that in the head tag or the body tag and then it gets loaded all the time. And I've actually built a plugin for that because I like the approach where CSS and JS is only added when the block or the snippet is actually used on the page. With the new template stacks, you can push content onto a named stack from a snippet or a template and then render that stack somewhere else, like in your head. So let's see. Here is our head, and we put in our stack render. We name the stack head. And now we can go to any block, for example, our image block. And in here, we can push something to this head. Oh, let's do it outside of this PHP tag. So let's say we have a style sheet. This is only for this image block. Let's say image block. And we push that to the head stack we defined earlier. And looking at the browser, when we render a page where the image is used, you can see in the head there is the link to the style sheet. So very nice. And if I move to another page where the snippet is not used, let's see in the header, and you can see it's not there. So on this page, the CSS for the image block is not present because the image block is not used. So perfect. For the panel, there is a ton of updates as well. The UI now uses Vue 3, which has had to be a lot of work to refactor and get right. And with that, there are also a lot of improvements in the architecture too. We have new Vue components that plugin developers can use for their UI, and better error handling, so editors can get better error messages when something is not quite right. And the Kirby team has refactored all fields to proper PHP classes, which adds a massive performance upgrade in the panel. Nico did some tests and rendering all fields in a test setup, which took about 5 seconds in Kirby 5.2, is now down to 0.2 seconds in the Kirby 6 alpha. For massive panel views with a lot of fields, that will be a huge boost. And of course, we will also get at least one new field type. This time it's buttons, and it lets you display a row of buttons with links, icons, and custom styling. So it's great for things like actions or external links, or really anything you want to give your editors a clear call to action right inside the panel. So let's see how to do that in the blueprint. We are here in the site blueprint. Let's put it down here on the left-hand side above our albums. So a new section called button fields. That is type fields. And in the fields, we can define our buttons. And this is just type buttons. And then you can define in the buttons property, you can add a list of text, icon, and link. Let's save and switch to the panel. And now we have our new buttons component in here. And so we can take that as an action element or link the most favorite pages or docs or whatever. Very nice. I like this addition a lot. So that's a quick look at Kirby 6 Alpha 2. There are many more improvements in the alpha I did not talk about. And remember, it's still alpha, so pretty sure not feature complete. I'm very excited. If you want to dig deeper, I will link the full changelog in the description. And if you are a plugin developer, now is a good time to start testing your stuff with the alpha. That's it for today. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!